told you I can make something dance in a glass of water. No stirring, no hands, no tricks, just raisins and science. Now, same raisins, same 2 glasses, completely different outcomes. The first one is just water, plain tap water, and the raisins aren't excited about it. They're not dancing. However, with the soda water, you see they are rising and falling. Now, I just used sparkling water. You can use any sort of soda water. As long as it is bubbly, that's what's going to give this effect, because soda water has CO2 in it, and CO2 are these little bubbles that we see forming on the raisins. Now, all those little bubbles, that's CO2. They attach to the raisins. The smaller the raisin, the better the dance. Now, this is where science explains the magic. Soda water contains carbon dioxide, or CO2. It has been dissolved under pressure. When you open a bottle or pour it into a cup, the gas starts trying to escape in the form of tiny bubbles. So the raisin plus the bubbles added to it now becomes less dense than water, giving it buoyancy. So that's why they start to float to the top, because less dense objects float upward. But once it reaches the surface, the bubbles start to pop, leaving the raisin without those CO2 bubbles to hold it up. The raisin starts becoming more dense than the water, making it sink to the bottom. And the whole process repeats. The bubbles start attaching to the raisins, it raises them up, giving them buoyancy. The gas bubbles pop, it becomes more dense, it sinks to the bottom. They continually dance. Now, in plain water, no gas is coming out of any solution, so no CO2 bubbles form. If you look closely, there are some bubbles that are gathering on the raisins, but they don't have any gas in them because it's just normal water. Therefore, those bubbles don't do anything to make it less dense. So they stay at the bottom because gravity is pulling them down. So this experiment is all about density and buoyancy. Buoyancy is the upward force from a fluid that causes things to rise up or float. So the raisin keeps switching between floating and sinking, lighter and heavier. And that's what creates our dancing raisins. Now, if it is around Thanksgiving and Christmas and the cranberries are ripe, go ahead and try this experiment with cranberries. But maybe try some others, maybe some carrots or apple slices, and maybe then we can determine which fruit or food has the most dancing skills. So what looked like a simple raisin is actually responding to the invisible forces all along. In plain water, nothing changed, but in soda water, tiny gas bubbles changed everything. They turned a sinking object into a floating one, temporarily. Here's the real question. If something as simple as gas bubbles can make raisins dance, what else around you is moving because of invisible forces? That's the best part of science that people forget. It's always happening, even in a glass of soda water. Alright, I hope you enjoyed your dancing raisins. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
If your students enjoyed this activity, check out the standards-aligned chemical versus physical changes video lesson at generationgenius.com.